made it. We did it. We're here.
It took us a week to get here, you guys. We are anchored inside a volcano. It's not every day you can say you've been anchoring inside a volcano.
We're anchored on a cliff face. You can see there's a cliff behind us that continues on into the water. I'm very nervous and anxious about our location.
There's a shipwreck just over there, if that is anything to go by.
There's squalls around, and you can see from where you are there that we're getting pushed back into the cliffs. I'm not sleeping very well, but anyway, I want you guys to see this. So just 1 second.
That's right, everyone. Join us as we set sail from Chichijima to this amazing anchorage. We've officially said goodbye to Japan and hello to the Mariana Islands. Over the next 3 days, we'll be covering 450 nautical miles to reach the volcanic island of Maug, and it's a tough sail. We can't wait to show you the incredible biodiversity both above and below the surface, along with some fascinating history about this caldera.
Good morning. It's a lot warmer. Only one pair of jeans.
Welcome to the sunrise shift.
Yeah.
We're like half an hour away from sunrise. Going very slow so everyone can have a little sleep because it's been a long night.
Very bumpy.
And what are you saying? It's warm.
Yeah, it's a lot warmer.
The tropics are coming. It's going to be so good.
I love this song.
So that was Jai and Josephine, two of our new crew members. We're just a couple of weeks into our Mission Micronesia voyage with them, alongside our other crew members, Alexandra and Axel. Everyone is equally as excited to explore some of the most remote destinations out here. But with the wind pushing against us for most of this sailing season, we know we're going to have to put in some serious effort to reach these destinations.
Have you had a long night, Elena?
Yes.
Well, happy midday, you guys. It's taken me 2 coffees, a face mask, some cucumber under the eyes, and only now do I feel like I'm ready to chat to you guys. Yeah, it's been one of those mornings. So last night we sailed over a seamount. That's basically like, yeah, a giant mountain under the water, and it brings up the currents and it makes these awful waves on the surface, and it was impossible to sleep. Like, even if I had taken some crazy sleeping pills, which I don't like doing, it still wouldn't have worked because you are being moved in your bed and the noise is so loud. Anyway, everything's better now. We're feeling great. We've got some sunshine. We're looking great over there. And these guys are about to have some smoothie bowls, and I think I'm probably going to get jealous and wish I had have said yes to one. I think I might have said happy midday. I just checked the time and it's 9:30. I feel like I've lived 10 lives already. Oh, 10 in those thighs, are we, darling?
I am actually.
Oh.
Give this video a like.
Wait, oats in there? I want oats in mine.
You already finished yours twice. He loves these smoothies.
This is my version of a smoothie bowl. We don't have enough smoothies, so it's turning into smoothie cups.
I got FOMO immediately. This is so good. Unlucky, guys.
I was fast enough to cover my coffee,
I was not.
which I'm happy about.
It's gonna be very salty.
It was very uncomfortable last night, and basically no one slept. Because the current was going against it. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I think that probably what happened was the current was coming up from the Mariana Trench to that plateau, so from like 8,000 meters to 1,000, and it was just shooting straight up, and then we had the wind and the current, and then this wave coming up, and it was just like a maelstrom on the ocean, and we were slamming, and Elena and the kids came out, we were trying to slow the boat down, and I mean the boat wasn't going particularly fast, but we were just slamming into waves.
Loud fish, man. What are you making, Elena?
I'm making a salad, but it's like I've got stuff with a small chopping board. Our first bit of wildlife on the trip, we have dolphins. It took us so long to figure out what they were because they're behaving quite strangely. Hope they come close. Oh, yes! Woohoo! They're gonna come to the front of the boat for sure. You see them? I know, I hope they come to the boat. I have to say, while we're super excited to see land soon, since welcoming our new crew in the mainland Japan, we've found ourselves in no real rush to get anywhere. It's been an absolute blast getting to know these fascinating characters. There's been plenty of laughter, even with all the day-to-day challenges we've been navigating out here. It's been awesome. Yeah, it's quite a technique.
Get on, Don. Get on. Get on, Don.
How do you do this every night?
Oh, this is so comfortable. A bit of sleep. Good morning, everyone. It is day 3 out here in the in the Mariana Islands. We're just about to take a reef because we've spotted some big rain clouds on the horizon and we don't want to be overpowered, which we definitely will be. They look pretty serious.
What line am I pulling on? Green. You pull on them, babe. We're currently taking 2 reefs. It's nice when the squalls happen during the day.
Yeah, thank goodness it's happened during the day. But we were just saying the boat actually needs a clean, so hopefully it brings some rain. Get the scrubbing brush out. Things start to look a little bit manky after day 3 at sea. Coffee stains everywhere, and so we just left Shichijima, which is an island right near Japan in the Bonin Islands. And yeah, we just spent 6 months sailing Japan. We got ran into by a fishing boat, so we spent our winter repairing the boat, but now she is looking better than ever. And now we're day 3 of sailing away from Japan and into the Mariana Islands. Our next bunch of islands we are dying to explore, and the Mariana Trench is here, which is the deepest ocean in the world. And we've all been getting really excited about that and like talking about aliens and all kinds of things. But our anchorage that we're going to will make landfall tomorrow morning. It is bizarre. It is like the ring of a volcano, and we're going to be anchoring in the middle.
We're getting knocked downwind. Actually, that head sail is pulling us down a lot as well. We're not getting much drive out of the... Might come up on that a bit. And I'm just trying to keep the wind forward so I can turn up into it if I get a big gust. And then what we would do, if it was too heavy to maintain, come right down on the traveller, dump all the wind out of the mainsail, come downwind, and then put the head sail away. And then with just the mainsail with the 2 reefs in, we'd be good for like, well, I held 40 knots on it for a fair while once, and we won't get that here. But this is our first little weather anomaly on this trip, so it's kind of fun to navigate.
Exciting. Just a bit of rain so far and only 17 knots of wind, which is fine. Want to put the jib away?
Just picked up the 20. 2007 and 2010, Google's Street View cars ostensibly went around the world collecting images and 3D mapping for us for Google Maps, which is free, to make it better for everyone. What they were actually doing, and this is 100% legit, was accessing data from unencrypted Wi-Fi networks. The data included very sensitive information of everyone's, like passwords, emails, URLs, and other private details, all transmitted over unsecure networks. This is all well and good, I hear some of you saying, but Riley, you've hardly bragged at all about the gigantic book in which you happened across this information. Well, it was Surveillance Capitalism, actually, by Shoshana Zuboff, whose name I've probably mispronounced, recommended by none other than Barack Obama. A mere 8 years later, Surfshark is created, and this type of nefarious behaviour is nigh on impossible for sneaky data mining multinationals who might actually own YouTube. Isn't that a bit silly though, Riley? I hear some of you ask, saying all of this about Google on their own platform where yours and your entire family's livelihoods reside. Yes, actually it is. Identity theft, internet search history, your hidden photos on your phone that we've all got, banking passwords. A VPN like Surfshark is the only way that you can be sure that those particular type of snafus are avoided. If, however, you are like me and have lived a very sheltered life and there's no need to be concerned about any unsavoury photographs arising, then maybe you would just like to not be ripped off. That alone seriously makes it worthwhile, even if it's in a kind of spiteful way. That's the thing where you go to book a ticket and because your network is from overseas, the airline or the hotel will just jack the price up. Unbelievably frustrating. It honestly should be illegal. Elena and I have got Surfshark running all the time on all of our devices. It just runs in the background. And because we travel a lot, we're often using it to stream our favourite shows that aren't accessible from the different places that we go to. This is how easy it is. It's so easy to work Surfshark. You turn it on, now everything is secure, change countries if you want, done. Surfshark has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can't really go wrong. If it doesn't work, which it definitely does, you just bail. Easy. In this day and age, you have to have it. You really do. There's no way around it these days. So if you head to surfshark.com/vagabond or use the code VAGABOND at checkout, you'll get four extra months free, which is pretty good. The link, as always, is in the description below. It'll probably be the top comment as well. Everyone needs a VPN. We recommend this one. Thanks so much for watching. On with the show.
Mama, try some?
That's a little bit hot.
Alright. Good. Lenny, you want to say hi to everyone?
Hi.
How are you this morning?
Good.
What are you up to down there?
I'm gonna build a pirate ship with these Lego.
Ah,
We have to put Lego here.
and you got some pancakes down there too, I see. I just came down here to show you guys what it's like to go to the bathroom while we're sailing upwind. It's my least favourite thing to do. And this is what it looks like. It's very hard to relax enough to even do a wee. Oh, if you're down here too long, you start to feel sick. Oh, this is the worst place.
Did you guys see the storm that happened outside before? The squall?
Yeah.
Yeah? See the rain?
Yeah.
Was that fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another one coming.
Another one.
Another one.
It's very rough today, you guys.
It's like more and more stressful. How are you doing, Lenny?
Alright, so an update.
We've left Shishijima, which is like one of my favourite islands of all time, and we're sailing to somewhat of a geographical anomaly. So this is Maug, and we're gonna sail. We'll probably come down here tonight, and then we'll come up in through this inlet and anchor over in here somewhere.
She smells what the people say. Monoclinic, crystalline, spears of death to shoot down the line. Autocratic and quantized.
The thing is, I could feel it slipping from my hand, you know? So I think if you don't have a glove, you can at least grab it with, like, grip, you know? It's okay.
Okay, let's go.
It's okay.
Caution to the wind! Okay, so it's pretty rough out here. How are you going, mate?
Good.
Good?
A little bumpy, a little tired, but good otherwise.
I can't remember you sleeping. I think you need to go to sleep.
No, I haven't had much sleep at all the last 2 days. It's been very kind of on and off.
Alexandra, how are you?
It is bumpy, but at least it's sunny. I'm happy it's nice and like warm out. You can spend time outside.
I was just gonna say, we're all pretty exhausted today. It's been a big few weeks since we left mainland Japan. Yeah, just when you're on passage, the sleep deprivation, it's real. We have a whole backlog of movies since we left mainland Japan, and I'm gonna link the playlist up here. If you click it, it's gonna load a new tab and you can watch it later. But yeah, you should join us from the mainland. It's been such an adventure so far.
Oh my god, it's been wild. It's been so much fun.
I'm looking forward to being at an island though and not moving for a bit. But I don't think that's going to be Maug because we also haven't mentioned how this island...
I love the word Maug.
It's quite exposed. There's like 3 passes to get in.
Maug.
You need the perfect weather to anchor in the middle of this volcano. It's called a caldera, yeah? When there's water
Or
in
a
there.
caldera?
Yeah, I forget how you say it. So I don't know how long we're going to be able to stay for, but we're going to get in there, have a look. Hopefully we can stay a night or 2. What's happening down there?
Just some water. Tastes like diesel.
We actually just opened this to try and stop the squeaking noise when we found some water.
So where do we think this is rubbing?
I think it's just the cork. It's the cork rubbing on this. So maybe close it again and see where the cork is touching. Ooh. It's not, yeah, the cork isn't touching, so it must be the...
Maybe we can tighten it somehow so it doesn't move too much.
Everything's starting to irk us now. Everything's starting to annoy us.
Josephine said, can we like winch that on tighter by shortening the length of these so that it pulls it down more snug? And I said, yeah, but the boat's doing this all the time, and that's the thing that's causing the creak, and that won't stop it.
Yeah, so I don't think these guys are going to work it out, but I'll leave them to it. So Maug actually has these hydrothermal vents near the coral reefs, so we'll be able to hopefully see them. Okay, so turns out these deep sea hydrothermal vents are more like 1 kilometre deep, lying just off the coast of Maug, right on the edge of the Mariana Trench. These underwater chimneys blast out superheated hydrogen sulfide, methane, and heavy metals at over 350 degrees Celsius. What's nuts is there's an entire ecosystem built around them. Worms, shrimp, crabs, all surviving off pure chemistry in total darkness. No sunlight, just heat and minerals. If that's not alien enough for my critics, I don't know what is. And also you can see the lava flows. I think the last time it erupted was in the 1500s. I really hope we can see it and the weather will allow us to stay long enough to really explore. Oh, and you'll like hearing this, West. It's an important bird area. Yep, it's got heaps of unique birds.
Cool, I'll be all about it.
Oh, it's a kingfisher.
It's a kingfisher in our...
One.
Are we on course, Darwin?
Alright, so coming. 1, 2, 2.
What did you say, Riley? If I manage to fix it?
I said I would buy you a beer. You can have it too, young lady.
If it works?
There is no squeak. She did it. Nice. 2 beers. 2 beers.
Come on, Di.
Oh, am I fixing it?
One more shot. Why don't you do it, Josephine?
But he actually did it.
Oh no, you go in for the glory.
Yeah, that ain't squeaking. Woohoo! How many people can you fit in one cabin? We're about to find out.
We're eating
It's the snack corner.
We were just gonna ask you to take a picture.
What are you gonna invite me? What have you got there?
Yeah, not enough. Sorry, man.
Hey, what are those
They're not
things?
churros.
You can share mine.
They look like churros,
They're
but we
savory?
can't read Japanese.
They're like
You tempted me calling it a churro, and now you're saying it's a prawn cracker.
Yeah, it's not very churro-like.
It's a
Did
prawn
you get one?
cracker.
Can you go through our daily dinner dilemma? Where do you have to get our dinner? What do you do?
I get dinner from down here. We have chicken and mushroom marsala with pasta, biscuits and gravy. One of
A
favorites.
crowd favorite.
Scrambled eggs. 20 different flavors, I think. We're trying these ones tonight.
What have you found, mate?
Dinner! Can we take it to the boys?
We caught that.
It fell in the boat. from here, okay?
We're putting the head sail away for night time because we've been going quite fast upwind, and we're nearly at Maug, so we don't have too far to go overnight. So we're just going to basically slow the boat down. We'll still be going, probably be going like 7 or 8 knots with just the head sail, but just beating into the waves slower, and then we can bear away at the end and hopefully just come in before daylight, or just after daylight.
Big throw into the ocean, Oh, you did it! Well done! I made a slapping noise, did you hear it?
So what's the plan?
Well, we got 2 reefs in the main and we're still going 8 or 9 knots, which is, we're just trying to make the boat comfortable. I think we'll just go upwind a bit and then come downwind just to slow down a bit, rather than have it on a beam where we're still going quite fast. It's a fast boat.
Yeah, it's crazy. The problem on this boat is like going too fast half the time.
At the moment, yeah. The thing is, today, that was amazing because, and I didn't actually talk about this, but there was squalls around.
Yeah.
And so I knew that we would still be sailing fast with 2 reefs in the main. So as soon as the weather picked up, I was like, cool, we'll put two in. We can easily fill the head sail if we need to. And in between the squalls, so it picked up to 20, but then in between it was only like 10. It was still doing 8. When the big weather came, and we were able to loop the high winds together, but maintain a good average speed in between, whilst being really, really safe and cautious. And that's the thing that I love about performance boats. Other boats that aren't quite as powerful. You're shaking out a reef, putting one in, shaking it out again, motoring, and we didn't have to do any of that. We just put 2 in and hammer. Well, Elena said this feels worse.
It does feel worse.
You like going fast, do you?
I think now that we've slowed down, it's more like slapping and like annoying. I think we need to go faster. What you playing with?
I'm making the lights stay on.
Okay.
But it's not working.
Okay. Let me help you. Maybe the batteries are flat.
I tried the trick that Alex told me, but 2 of the wires are not working.
Okay, let's have a look at it.
That means the battery.
There's been some good questions arise this morning, like where are we going to anchor?
Are we in a dream?
Yeah.
It's just wild, this place.
This is completely... I've never seen anything like it in my life. The anchorage is not going to be very protected.
I was just looking at all the birds. They weren't lying. There's a lot of birds here. Morning.
Morning, baby.
I thought we were going to get here at 10. I was so surprised when Wes came into the room and it was like, we need to fly the drone, looks sick. Obviously very, very excited to see this island, but like even more excited to just be on anchor and have the boat not moving like it has been.
We're trying to figure out how to anchor. It's 218 metres here, and we're like, what, 300 metres from the wall? It's going to be coming up like this. Can't really see any sand on Google Earth. So we're going to have to, probably we have to swim. So we'll have to do paper, scissors, rock, unless you want to nominate.
Of course I got it.
It does look like Jurassic Park.
It's steeper.
And more intimidating.
What's that?
13 metres. I was going, oh wow, Jurassic Park. Oops, 13 metres.
Only super close to shore can I see blue. So I think we're just going to be anchoring in rocks.
Like, this is our best bet. 15 metres in rock. It's going to have been like previous avalanches. And then we're just going to have to set a wild anchor alarm.
What's happening?
Just going around in circles. If we anchor in what looks like sand, we're too close to the rocks. So if we swing, it'd be a disaster for our rudder. We can anchor out in the middle, but it's 30 metres deep and it drops off either side, which is also not safe because we could easily drag. So there's no good options. We're going to try what we think might be the best one.
This is the most difficult place to anchor. You couldn't come up with a more difficult spot that you would ever possibly attempt.
We're inside a volcano at the end of the day.
Extraordinarily rocky and precipitous. So offshore it's like 60 metres, but if you drop the anchor and you swang around, you'd hit. Not the Bahamas.
Give me a mask
hose me down after, and just pull me up with a rope.
If you go in, I'll go in.
If you go in, then I don't have to go in.
I'm scared of volcanic giant sharks. Why am I so scared? I feel like there's gonna be like mutant sharks in this water, feeding off the volcanic hydro vents.
Not even remotely close to the bottom. Unless there's absolutely massive tides, there's nothing to worry about, mate. Okay, like this area here is questionable.
Come up on the anchor. It's like the ledge here and it's like all the way down the ledge.
It's in a horrid position.
I think if we hang up on the anchor, like we cut the line a little bit, we wouldn't be able to swing into the...
Yeah, I think you don't need that much. Honestly, I don't know if it's the best place to leave it. If you had spare chain, you'd wrap it around a big bommy and you just make a mooring. Here, leave it there, I reckon. Yeah.
Water's so clear. I just said the water is warm, it's clear, I'm so happy. And there's sea life.
You saw a jobby?
I saw 3 jobbies, one was this big.
And just like that, I've nearly forgotten about the sleepless nights it took to get here. This is out of this world. It's like Jurassic Park vibes. Clarity of the water is insane. I saw 3 huge jobfish, which are very, very good eating. That's what Riley caught in Chichijima back in Japan. I need to check if we're actually allowed to spear here. Yeah, I didn't see any of the hydro vents, so I'm excited to go for a proper mission with the dinghy all around here and do heaps of diving. And apparently there's like really beautiful alive coral reefs on the outside of this caldera. What you got? Egg! Egg? Nice. So Maug Island is the rim of an ancient volcano caldera, about 2.2 kilometres across, and it was first charted by Europeans in 1522, but long before that, the indigenous Chamorro people called it Mau. In 1695, Spanish authorities forcibly moved the Chamorro folks to Saipan as a part of a control tactic. This basically meant relocating families from islands like Maug into centralised villages on Saipan and Guam to make it easier to convert them to Christianity. It was tough. Traditional ways of life were dismantled, and people had to work the land for the Spanish military, usually under really harsh conditions. By 1710, Maug was completely deserted. The island changed hands from Spain to Germany, then Japan, and eventually to the United States after World War II. Exploring this island with our young family now felt like such a privilege, but it's also pretty heartbreaking to remember that it was once a lively community filled with so many people.
Gonna go up the mast and just do a bit of a check. We've just sailed, I think, 1,100 miles in total over the last kind of week and a half, so it's gonna be a bit of a check over everything on the mast and make sure nothing's wearing, or it's a bit of maintenance. What's the plan?
We're gonna go for a spear.
Oh yeah.
See if we can find probably a doggy, hey?
Hopefully.
I don't think it's gonna be wahoo anywhere where we're going.
No, praying for a doggy.
We ventured out past the walls of the caldera, where it was our suspicion that the better fish, reef and marine life were likely to be. I did see a dozen baby, what I think were silky sharks. We've spent plenty of time with sharks over the years, but the older I get, the less I trust them. It's essential to respect these magnificent creatures and definitely keep an eye on them at all times. Whilst we didn't spear anything notable during this dive, that was okay, as your boy Mad Dog still had fish in the freezer from last time. I probably saw about 30 sharks. Beautiful little...
Did you shoot anything?
I shot just a little snapper thing just for chum,
Yeah.
but we didn't see anything big come in.
Tonight we're going to Sleepy. What dinghy? We're going to the beach.
Lenny and Darwin were on their way to shore and thrilled to finally set foot on land after days at sea, and I couldn't help but feel a little envious of their adventure. Meanwhile, I had some serious laptop work to catch up on, sorting through footage, tweaking the YouTube videos you're currently watching with our awesome editors, and keeping in touch with our incredible SeaPeople team. Speaking of SeaPeople, we're on a mission to help more of you enjoy the benefits of our app for seafarers and seaside dwellers. And
We have so many exciting things going on over on the app. It makes me teary thinking about it because we only launched SeaPeople last October and we can really feel the momentum right now. It's just like taking off all by itself and it just feels like such a strong community, which is what we wanted. So thank you guys for joining us on the app. So what's going on? We just released a new feature called Voyages, which is my favorite. You can post updates along the way while you're tracking at sea, photos. You can write about the trip so far. I've been waiting for that one for a long time. And also live trip stats, which are super accurate and fun to look at. You can see your average speeds and stuff like that. What else we got? We just ran our first challenge and the prize of that one was awesome. You get to go on the front of Latitudes and Attitudes magazine. So we're about to announce that winner. And we have another challenge coming up. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. They're really easy to enter. You just have to track some trips usually on your paddleboard or your powerboat or your sailboat, whatever. Just get out there on the water. That's all we're trying to encourage. And the prizes are awesome. There's a prize for all participants too, which is nice. We started selling SeaPeople merch after high demand. So we've got some hats and shirts and jumpers. It's all looking really nice. So I will share that link with you guys. And we also have a live webinar with Veronica, who's a mad solo female sailor in the Arctic Circle. She is incredible and she'll be attending the live webinar. So all this information I'm going to put in a post on the SeaPeople official account on the app so you can read more about all of this in more detail. And yeah, just thank you guys for the continued support. It's a dream. It really is.
Can you clip on? Okay.
Look at all the dust in there.
Are you worried about tonight?
Not worried, because if we drag anchor, we just drift out into the middle of the Caldera and the anchor alarm will go off and we'll just have to re-anchor, which is different to dragging into this cliff here. I'm just looking at the rocks. What was this torch? You know who gave me this iron?
Eamon.
Eamon.
Yeah, Eamon and Beck.
This has been fantastic, mate.
Yeah,
Thank you very
great
much.
present.
Very
Love
thoughtful,
this torch.
very good present.
Update on the hand vest.
Getting there. I think there's legit a piece of plastic from the drone blade in there. I was like, oh, something's gonna come out, but I think it's actually a piece of drone blade.
Morning. Nice. Heard all the feet on the deck. I was like, what's going on? How did you guys sleep?
Terribly. So bad.
Really? Oh no.
All slept together. We just kept touching each other.
We were just like sliding.
Like
into,
in one net.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was cold.
They were on top of me. I loved it.
First morning we've woken up and we've all been really, really hot and it's time to get off the boat. We're actually going to go climb this mountain and see if we can get up to the ridge and walk along it. It'd be so cool. And we've also just seen huge amounts of birds up in the trees. It'd be really amazing to see some nests and just what's happening up there. It's a whole world up there.
And I got binoculars.
We're going to start on that side because it looks the easiest to get up, kind of. Kind of. And then later we're all going to go for a dive together because we still haven't found the vents yet, the hydro vents, and I need to find them. But I don't know how deep they are. I need to do some more research.
It's so beautiful everywhere. We're in a volcano. That's why it's so hot.
Don't pull that too hard, Elena.
Step right there. Hold up, okay. It's in the water, Riley, the boat. Thanks, Bear. Whoa, that was quite the dismount, guys. Yeah. Well done. Josephine just said this is her first time in America. First time stepping foot in America. And look where we are. Is this what America looks like? Wow.
Look at this. It's a foundation.
It is kind of a grave shape, but there is also that, which looks like a
grave.
Oh my gosh, okay, creepy.
Maybe people were stuck here on the island, but they wouldn't build that.
Or maybe the volcano destroyed it.
We definitely found remnants of a house back there, but it also kind of looked like a grave because there was like a gravestone. So yeah, people have lived here at one point. There's also a shipwreck We saw the broken mast in the front of the boat, so I wonder what happened to them. Hope it's not related to the gravestone. Eerie vibes at the moment. And so much trash right here, unfortunately. Mostly fishing stuff. Soccer balls, lots of coconuts. We don't know where they're coming from, but I can't wait to find some hanging on a tree. And lots of shoes. Okay.
On an abandoned island.
Things just got creepier. What is going on? I thought it'd be less steep of a climb. I'm only wearing flip-flops and it's about to rain. It's hard to know where to step. It's good to know there's no snakes here at least. Only birds. Unfortunately, this is where our first attempt will end because this is just the most dense shrub and underneath is this crumbly soil and there's spider webs as well. And it's raining. Pouring. So we're actually gonna go down and see if we can climb up another side, but
if we can get down.
Yeah, now
otherwise
this
is our no home.
Yeah, we didn't end up making that second attempt, but being up this high allowed us to enjoy the company of the birds. Maug is home to several unique species, including the magnificent frigate bird and the beautiful red-footed booby, both of which added so much charm to this island. I used to think birds were pretty boring, but I can feel myself being drawn into bird watching as I get older. Help me. It's actually easier with my shoes off. Ah, strangely. We are finding the most gigantic carry shells. Look at this.
Wow.
Oh.
So cool.
Huge.
So if you would open it, there would be a magical tail that would come out of it.
It does look like a genie, doesn't it? Well, it would definitely pinch you.
Oh, lovely.
It's a bit more difficult getting back on this time. One person saved. Last one. There we go. It's coming close. Yeah. You ready to slip to the rock?
Yeah.
We're gonna make it?
Yeah. Mama, I found a cucumber. Oh yeah. Making snot.
Really?
Yeah. The cucumber making snot.
Okay. As the wind calmed down, we finally had the chance to dive deep and spend several days anchored in the Caldera. And we encountered all sorts of marine life. Unfortunately, the boys weren't having much luck with the spearfishing though. As you can see here, Riley just lost a nice sized jobfish. Little did we know though, that next week we'd hit some of our best luck spearfishing ever off the coast. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, it's free to do so you don't miss out on that upcoming adventure. What are you grating, going?
Mashed potato, gingerbread man, and cooking. Gingerbread man.
What's for dinner, girls?
It's like a mix of leftover stuff, but it's like a poke bowl.
Okay.
We made like a peanut sauce, and we're gonna pickle some
pickled carrots,
chicken, meat, tofu,
rice, and quinoa.
all the meat.
A multicultural Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a kingfisher.
It's a kingfisher in our quick turnaround look. What a week, really. I can hardly believe it all. Actually, we get so many messages from you saying, I hope you never take what you have for granted. And I want you to know that literally we wake up every day in awe of it all. And I promise not a single moment is wasted while we enjoy our health, happiness, and freedom surrounded by amazing people. Anyway, if you made it to the end, please drop my favourite word of late in the comments. And we can't wait to see you next time for Riley and Jai's Proud Moments.